Alrighty, hey guys, I just wanted to have a quick discussion with you guys once again, and it's another Cyberpunk video, and we're going to be talking about why was the game released so early. Now, by no means is any of this going to be, factual. I don't know the inside and outs. I don't work for the company, but we're going to speculate a little bit. We're going to see what people have to say, and we're just going to have an overall discussion. We're not going to try to throw blame around. We're just going to discuss stuff, right? Try to stay as leveled as possible, right? So let's get right to it. So I'm gonna link this down below if you guys want to go check it out. But let's read it. Stop saying CD Projekt Red prematurely released the game because fans yelled at them. They released the game because their shareholders were impatient and wanted it on the shelves for the holiday season. Alrighty, so the stance of the person making this claim is that they didn't release it because of the fans. They released it because of their shareholders, their investors, the big guys. I keep seeing people say they had to release it because people on Twitter made death threats over the delays. Well, that's crazy stuff for anyone to be doing, but believe me, the team at CD Projekt Red did not really fear that 12-year-olds on Twitter posed an actual threat to their physical safety. You'd be surprised. Before we continue, you'd be surprised. Death threats, they're creepy. They're creepy, and it doesn't matter who it's being sent by. The problem is you don't know who it's being sent by, right? Yes, you want to pretend like it's all this, that, but it might not be. That's the thing. So at the same time, I understand that some people can handle that. Some people don't really care, but to some people, it does affect, their mental health. It's a lot of stuff that they have to go through in terms of hurdles, right? Let's keep reading. No, they released the game because their shareholders said, time's up, we've been waiting 8 years, and through 3 delays, it's time to cash in. You want it on the shelves for the holiday season. It's that simple. Stop blaming customers for a shoddy product because a corporate entity was once again greedy. All right, now let's discuss this. So his point, let's discuss his perspective first. First of all, yes, it could make sense that, we're going towards the holiday season, and a lot of people are inside right now, and a lot of people don't have anything else better to do than to play some games. So this seems like the best time to actually release a game, and especially that it is the holiday season. It's a great gift for anybody who plays games, which is a huge variety of people because it's very mainstream nowadays, right? So why not release it? Why not get people playing? Why not get even more people playing because they see other people playing it and just, get it all going? Now, I get that point. And obviously, the people who invested their money are like, hey, we need a success. We need this out as soon as possible. We need to start making money. But here's my counterpoint. While right here he says that, that they were being greedy, I'm going to counteract that statement with saying that their pre-orders were insane for this game. So they were already making their money back. I don't know exactly how the investors split their, how they get their investment back, whether it's a total sum or if it's like per unit sale. It depends on exactly what the deal is and all that stuff. But they probably were already getting their money's worth and probably even more than that because the pre-orders for this game was something crazy. Like people pre-ordered this. People have been consistently pre-ordered this, and if you looked even on Steam, just for example, it was the top seller and never left the top 10 for I would say the past 5 months. So you have to be selling a very good amount and still not be out for 5 months. Yes, it maybe fell out for maybe a day or something, but every time you saw that top seller, and if you have watched the top seller list, you've seen it there very frequently. So they're making their money. Don't worry about that. I don't think that was the exact issue. Now, it could have been a culmination of both of these things. A lot of unrest from your fans and, just wanting to get that product out because, everybody wants it. Everybody's getting too impatient. Even the people who were patient before are getting impatient, and you don't want to disappoint them so much to the point where they boycott your game so you can choose to release it. So I think it was a little bit of both. I think even I think even the dev team probably wanted to release it before Christmas, because why wouldn't you? This year on, like I said, this year unlike any other year, like just being at home, activities that require you that you do during like staying at home have all been boosted. What do I mean by this? Like, I'm pretty sure Netflix numbers went up drastically. I'm pretty like gaming numbers went up drastically. If you watch Twitch, drastically went up. If you watch YouTube, their numbers went up. Everything that had to do with kind of like with tech and all that stuff, Amazon just boomed like nothing. Anything that had to do with tech just like went off. So if you have the most hyped up game, the game that everybody is waiting for, the game where, like I said, like I forgot what this number was. I'm pretty sure it was around this number before the game launched. This many people were on the subreddit. It's just there's so much potential there that you just want to release it before Christmas, because guess what? Yes, they'll make money, but so will the developers, and that just is what it is. I think it was crunch time for everybody. I heard all the bad stuff when it came to crunching in this game, where there was a lot of people working for a very, very long time, very, very bad hours. So, I think it was a culmination of everything. I don't know if it was just either this or that. I think it was just, the atmosphere, everything combined, just, and you got that climax, at the end. And while at some places they excelled, in other places they could have worked more on. That's just, how it is. Alrighty, let's see what other people have to say. More importantly, this holiday season where video game sales, yeah, they're all-time high, of course. Nothing else to do. If every business operated based on what Twitter said, we would be effed. No one has ever blamed the devs either. Oh, people blame the devs. Are you kidding me? What is this edit right over here? And as soon as they came out, they even blamed it even more. Yes, I try to make critical videos trying to stay like in between. Like, I didn't try to say anything like, something out of pocket. But yeah, we've seen plenty of posts that were going pretty out of pocket. They purposely didn't show accounts. Yeah, this is one of those things that I will critique them on right here. This is something that we talked about in the other video. They tried to finesse us, and I'm sure they're working on a patch, but imagine your Big Mac had no bread or lettuce, and McDonald's told you, don't worry, you'll get the rest later. Okay, first of all, this analogy that wasn't it, my guy. That wasn't it. This I don't know about this analogy, but he does have a point. Yeah, I didn't like the fact that they didn't send anybody a console code, and also they didn't let people use like non-story, if they let like I said before, I get the NDA. Don't let them show off anything in the story. No cutscenes, no nothing. I get that. But let them show off just some pure gameplay. You walk around the street, you beating some people up. There is nothing wrong with that. There's nothing spoiler about that because you've shown that previously. So, again, that could have been shown in my opinion. Prematurely released the game. They had too big of a scope and had to release the game or they would lose big investors. Investors expect to get their ROI at some point. And the point was nearing fast. Again, I understand this point, but it's like, as an investor, I'm pretty sure you have the numbers to the pre-orders. Am I wrong? I'm pretty sure you would have the numbers to the pre-orders. You invested that much money, you would know how it's doing financially. And I'm telling you, like, I haven't seen the actual number for pre-orders, but it has to be massive. It has to be. Like, there's no possible other way. It was top selling on everything. I don't know. Until maybe the numbers are kind of inflated in my head, but I'm pretty sure they've seen this. But then again, I do understand this too because of the holidays. Has CD Projekt Red narrowed down the scope a bit and not trying to overachieve? I bet the game could have been released after 5 years of production for current gen, be praised the next Witcher level game. I'll be honest with you. Well, first of all, talking about narrow down the scope, who does that? I feel like everybody's ambitious. If you want to create something great, you're never going to narrow down your scope. You know what I mean? It's not going to happen, And I wouldn't want this to happen either, You got to go big or go home, That's just, it is what it is. But with that being said, I think in the next coming months, if they patch out all the performance and the performance gets more optimized, I think it will be praised as the next Witcher level game. And if they also add some good stuff to it, like some stuff that we don't have yet, I think it will be praised the same way. I really do genuinely think so. Because I'll be honest with you, gameplay is good, combat is good, story is great. I actually enjoy the missions. They don't. I don't know if it's just me, but a lot of single player storytelling games, like, or even just like regular adventure, they just, I don't know, they don't ever capture me in the what would you call it, in the story. But I like their story because the dialogue is kind of like, in a way, how can I say this, relatable. They swear when they're supposed to. They don't talk like, how can I explain this? Whenever you're playing an adventure game, they talk like they're this high and a mighty being, like, that's non-human, that just, you know what I mean? Like if you ever played one of those games where it's like, you're playing somebody who has a lot of honor in them, and then throughout the whole game they act with all of this honor and stuff like that. But in all reality, in like an actual person's life, you have your ups and your downs. You have your good side and your bad side. That's just how it is. And in this game, it does bring that out. You can choose different things that can bring that out more, and it just feels a little bit more real. So I do enjoy those parts of the game. But obviously, the performance is literally the only thing wrong with this game is the performance. I think every other aspect is good. What, either good or great, but all just the performance. That's like the core feature. If you mess that up, that's like, it's hard. It's hard to come back from that. But yeah. Blaming the investors is not the correct thing either. Just as blaming toxic fans, they see the product eggs and they decide and plan how they. Well, okay, they screwed up, or the fans got impatient. Okay, but you're contradicting yourself, my guy. And also, I'll be honest with you. Are they based in America? Where's CD Projekt Red based? If they're based under kind of like a capitalist economic system, then most of the time the investors have a huge say so on big decisions, and a big decision would be a release date. So I don't know. But all right, I'm gonna end it here. I don't want to keep the video too long. Let me know what you guys think. What's your perspective? Don't try to attack one side or the other. Try to feel it out. Have a discussion about it. But yeah, ask me any questions, any concerns, and like always, stay safe.